The rule of thirds divides an image into 9 equal parts using 2 horizontal and 2 vertical lines. The intersections of these lines create 4 power points for optimal placement of key compositional elements. Placing key elements at these power points enhances visual balance and draws the viewer's eye. Centering the subject often leads to static and less engaging photographs. Positioning the subject along vertical lines creates a more dynamic composition. Placing the subject at an intersection point enhances visual interest and balance. Positioning subjects along the left or right third of the frame creates balance. The rule of thirds creates visual tension, enhancing the appeal of an image. Applying the rule of thirds can make images more appealing to the viewer. Strong lines and shapes within a scene can be aligned with grid lines to guide the viewer's eye. Strategic alignment with grid lines enhances depth and perspective in the photographic composition. Gridline alignment is an effective technique for creating visual flow and directing attention within an image. Positioning subjects along opposing thirds in a frame can generate visual space. Strategic placement of subjects can create visual tension or connection within the composition. Balancing subjects along the thirds effectively manages the emotional dynamic within the frame. The rule of thirds can be practiced by activating grid lines in camera settings. Grid lines serve as a visual aid for composing shots according to the rule of thirds. These guidelines assist in aligning key elements within a frame to create visually balanced and engaging photographs. Grid lines assist photographers in visualizing the frame's thirds. Positioning subjects at intersection points enhances composition. Key elements aligned along grid lines create visual balance. The rule of thirds serves as a valuable guideline in photographic composition. Deliberately breaking the rule of thirds can sometimes enhance the impact of an image. There are situations where strict adherence to the rule of thirds may not be optimal. Centering the subject in a composition can effectively convey power. Centering the subject in a composition can effectively convey fear. Centering the subject in a composition can effectively convey dominance. Centering the subject is effective when symmetry is a key compositional element. Symmetrical composition creates a balanced and harmonious image. This approach emphasizes stability and visual equilibrium. Centering a subject in a composition can emphasize feelings of isolation. A centered subject can also convey a sense of vulnerability within the scene. This technique is particularly effective in minimalist compositions to enhance the emotional impact. In landscape photography, horizon line placement affects the emphasis on the sky or foreground. Aligning the horizon with the upper horizontal line emphasizes the foreground details. Aligning the horizon with the lower horizontal line emphasizes the sky and atmospheric elements. Emphasizing the sky in a photograph involves aligning the horizon with the lower third of the frame. This compositional technique draws the viewer's attention upward, highlighting the dramatic elements of the sky. Aligning the horizon with the lower third is particularly effective when the sky is dramatic or visually interesting. Positioning the horizon on the upper third emphasizes the foreground details. Foreground emphasis draws viewers into the details and textures of the lower portion of the image. Compelling foreground details benefit from an upper third horizon placement, enhancing visual exploration. Experimenting with different compositions can lead to unique and creative photographs. Breaking the rule of thirds can result in visually striking and unconventional imagery. Understanding the rule of thirds is the first step toward mastering its creative application and intentional subversion. The rule of thirds enhances composition by dividing an image into 9 equal parts using 2 horizontal and 2 vertical lines. Placing key elements along these lines or at their intersections creates more visually appealing and engaging images. Practicing the rule of thirds develops a better understanding of composition and improves visual storytelling.